Kankermoeder. Oh. Let's feel man. Like, oh, he's not fucking playing the game, bro. What? Yes, fuck. Yes, fuck. Yes, fuck. Yes, fuck. Valt er toch een fucking trap of nee, like what? Mag er geen trap? Ja, mama. What the hell? Chris het net krijgen zoveel lucky kills, bro. Reset. Cool. What the hell ben ik aan het spelen? Ja, chill bij kill waren. Cantona, sukkel. Like bro, ik word geschoten in mijn bek en dan draai me om, hij is daar niet. Like muf. circle. Ah, 173. Mate, you can't make this shit up, bro. You can't make it up. Edit show, bro. Like, probably I could talk about circle. Like, bro, tuurlijk is hij niet daaronder. Like... In the morning, I'm gonna go by myself. Come on, I'm go by myself. Ah, bro, 40. Like so random. You know, come on, nice, you need to come over. Because I'm not like shit. Just a few races, okay, so just a few races of desire. Wow, een normale AR kan er doorschieten. Wow. Terug bouwen. Dat is gewoon, man. Wow, niet dat ik bouw of zo. Make you come again. If you want me to come over tonight, you want me to come over. And all over, make you loving it all for just loving and talking and talking, hands on fire. I wait all the time. You're so just as my time. You're not funny. I need all this like that. Nobody, anybody. I'm the same person, anybody. I keep finding the same person. I know this is a trash. I keep running into same fucking person. Same girl with a new face. Same girl with a new face. Anybody. All friends to get along. I don't care.
Right now, we just got out of the shower, and the hair game is coming. I've been wearing hats in my videos lately, well, the edited ones. I'm gonna leave stuff on Raw. You gotta tell me if you like the Raw videos. I don't know. I'm always scared to polish things up. Sometimes I feel like you guys deserve, the best. I kind of feel like I have a responsibility, and if I'm not maybe editing things, but maybe that's misplaced. You gotta let me know. I'm being very vulnerable right now, especially with this look. But today, gentlemen, I really want to talk about a habit which I feel is the stepping stone for you to finally get rid of this degenerate habit. I'm talking about the habit that I struggled with for years and years and years, and it's Habit, of course, is very, very popular on, we're not popular on this channel. It's, getting rid of it is popular on this channel. And because I feel like, look, the situation is getting worse. The situation is getting a lot worse. It's not getting better. And, in a very real sense, I know, I certainly lean into making videos that are more popular in the sense of, for my benefit in terms of reaching as many people and getting subscribers. And yeah, sure, I lean into marketing things in a different way, but, I wanted to make this video because, I get questions on my Discord, free Discord, by the way. If you want to join, you want to ask questions, and you want to join a community of guys who are, fundamentally trying to better themselves and get access to me. I get really, really heartbreaking questions from young guys who are, 12, 13, 14, 15 years old, who are, their lives are a mess, and most of that is down to the fact that their environment now is so saturated with material that is designed to provoke them in a way whereby they're constantly self-pleasuring themselves that they can't think of anything else. Like, I was born in 1995, and, when I was kind of 14, 15 and 16 is where I started getting access to, like, smartphones. I kind of involved with this material, and it got me. It got me earlier. It got me like 14, 15 when I was growing up. And, nowadays it's even younger. It's permeating boys who are 10 years old. As soon as you're getting access to a smartphone, you're getting access to this material. And it is just, it has visceral changes on your grey matter. It's not an idea. It's physical changes that are happening to you. And it changes how you interface with the world. And in that respect, we have to, with the evolution of things like AI and these things becoming hyper-stimulating and the environment is more saturated with that. What's really scary for me is, maybe for the older gentlemen, is this lack of intimacy now. That's why, the rise of lonely fans, I'm starting to call it lonely fans because when these women get older, this is what's going to happen. With the rise of lonely fans, it's indicative not of a perverse, or not just indicative of a perverse culture, but it's indicative of a lack of intimacy, of lonely men. Like men who just are not finding that connection with other human beings. Because otherwise they would just go for the free material. No, these men are seeking a relationship on some kind of level. And that is scary. That is scary to acknowledge, because that's real fundamentally. So the practice. Now, I'll be transparent on what you can find on some of my more, paid material. Thank you so much for supporting me. If you go to Patreon, if you've got Sexual Energy Mastery, because there's so many different methods that you can use in order to help you mitigate the presence of this kind of addictive habit in your life. I'm talking about PMO, which is, what the P stands for. The M is masturbation, and the O is orgasm. And, I'm outcome related. I really believe firmly that, if you're getting what you want in life, like if you're happy right now, if you're really happy with your life circumstances, and perhaps this is a habit that you have and it's not so perverse, then why are you watching this video? But, if you're unhappy with your circumstances and you're looking to, maybe you want a little bit more self-respect, maybe you want more energy, maybe you want to stop the feeling of this kind of this shameful energy that you carry yourself with, perhaps maintaining eye contact is difficult from you, and this, I believe, is all the consequence of how you relate to yourself, how you respect yourself. This is going to be of invaluable resource to you. It has to be breath work. It has to be your breathing. If you want to influence your mind, and it usually starts from a trigger. It usually starts with, where is that pesky device? It usually starts with screens, right? And, if we haven't yet cleansed our environment of Instagram, of TikTok, things like this, the trigger comes up, an idea comes in the mind, and we've already had our neural pathways just bombarded and berated by the same old trick, the same old routine, by getting this trigger and then going down that path. We have to get in the way of that. How do we control our mind? You control the mind through breath. You control the mind through breathing. All this is, in very simplistic terms, is a build-up of bio-nervous energy, bioelectrical energy. There's so many different terms, depending on, where you learn this. If you talk to the Hindus would say this is called Shakti energy. You influence this through prana, right? Many different ways. And all this is a tension in that area, a build-up of energy in that area. And what do we do when we breathe? We bring our attention to the lungs, to the diaphragm, to the accessory respiratory muscles. Okay, and this is prana, this is life force. I like using the Hindu vernacular because it's the one that helps me understand the best. And there are various different texts you can read on this, but I'm boiling this down into something that is simple, so you can just watch the rest of this video. Okay? So we use prana. So sexual energy follows prana. Right? Your sexual reflex, the limbic system, is influenced by your breath. Think about it. The breath is actually something it is the only thing in your body that can come under conscious control or unconscious control. It is the bridge between sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. And once you have more jurisdiction over this, you can influence the unconscious. It's very powerful. And the irony is, I learned this towards the latter part of my research, and I always say to myself, it was right in front of your face, Joseph. Right? The answers were, the thing that makes it easy is right here. This is the mechanism. This tool allows you to influence your very chemistry. This is alchemy, right here. The breath, the air, turns the wheels. You've got something called the craniosacral pump in your sacrum, and when you breathe in, it flexes and it pushes CSF round the brain. So the air pushes the fluid around the brain, which acts almost like it's a hydroelectrical dam. When the gravity of water falls down the dam, it turns the wheels and it turns it into electricity. And those wheels are the chakras. So the cerebral spinal fluid. This is very highbrow stuff. I hope I'm explaining this way. So you're turning the wheels. When you're doing heavy breath work, you're turning the wheels. So the air moves the water, turns the chakras, creates electricity, nervous energy. And then you can start to influence the plexuses. I have some videos that are unedited that go into this with, diagrams. So have a little research. I'm not sure what their names are. But, if you're following, still follow. And in this way, you have better government over the ganglia. The ganglia are, they're clusters of nerves that come together. And you've got big clusters of nerves in your pelvic floor, and they call this the root chakra. So, I think for the raw rational-minded, like if you're scientific, you're a very logical person watching this video, that's fine. The way I understand it is in terms of ganglion plexus, nervous plexus. Like if you look at the nervous system, if you research like a diagram of the nervous system, you've got spinal cord, right? And then you've got it's like webs coming off the spinal cord into like you can imagine the pelvis is here. The solar plexus has so many connections, and you've got your heart plexus, and you've got the throat, and you've got the head. You get the picture. And in moments where you're entertaining limbic system response, carnality, you watch that image, all of that nervous energy is going down. It's going down into the plexus. Okay. So how do we have better control over this? This is the sexual energy in the root here. We breathe. The air turns the fluid, and then the wheels turn the electricity, and then what you can do with intention is you can move that build-up of nervous energy into other plexuses, into the solar plexus, which is the greatest way. Another model, which is good to understand this, is called the microcosmic orbit. And this was made very, very popular by a gentleman called Manuel Caracciolo. Okay. So there's the reason. Once you have greater jurisdiction about how you can control your state, you can have better jurisdiction over, whether or not you are compelled to do this kind of activity. There are other tools that go into this, such as creating greater connections in your prefrontal cortex, which controls higher executive function, stops you being impulsive, meditation, things like that. Here's the thing. What's really interesting is part of the journey for you actually coming to this new place where you get rid of, degenerate habits is actually reasoning. Yeah. So it always makes me laugh once I understand this makes me approach different pieces of content better. Like you hear top 5. Let's say you're looking to increase testosterone, right? And you go, oh, there's a video, top 5 natural ways to increase testosterone, and you're just looking for the cliff notes. What are the top 5? Let's say it's, you have to do heavy squats because the biggest muscles in your body are being used, and therefore there's a higher uptake in testosterone. Let's say number 2 is take ashwagandha. Let's say number 3 is red light therapy. Let's say number 4 is cold water exposure, right? Those are the cliff notes. Yeah. Now, if you don't have any reasoning, if you don't have any rationality, if you don't have, so this is understanding. If you don't have understanding in how those things relate to an increase in testosterone, then your execution will be poor on those things. I can tell you right now that in order to mitigate, in order to quit PMO, in order to quit watching these horrible things that you see online, in order to quit this degenerate habit, the answer is you need to do spinal breathing. You need to do meditation. And I'd say another thing is affirmations can be very, very powerful, especially subconscious affirmations in the morning and in the evening. I can tell you those things. You will never execute on them. You'll never execute on them because you do not understand the theory, the procedure, the rationalization to those outcomes. And that's why I maybe to my detriment of not converting people to subscribers, maybe not to my detriment of reaching as many people as possible and being entertaining, but I go so much into theory on masculine theory because the theory is critical for you to get to the outcome you need. It is critical. That's why I read so much. If you don't have understanding, how can you expect yourself to execute to 100%? You won't do it. So do yourself a favor. Do yourself a big favor. Stop looking for the practical. I'm not saying the practicality isn't important, but practicality without any understanding will never yield you results. And this takes time, by the way. And this is what's so damning about short form content nowadays, is because people are trying to create things that are very entertaining, very outlandish, that are trying to affect you emotionally and capture you emotionally in that way. But you will never improve your life if you don't take the time to understand the theory behind it. It doesn't happen. It's not how human beings work. It's not how human beings work. You need to be convinced. You need to be convinced. And I hope this helps you. The theory of this is to convince you why breathwork is so powerful for helping you, and also for you to approach the different ways that you get to the outcomes you want in life through understanding it, right? And if you want to join, I'm thinking of hosting more live talks just with the Discord community where we can do Q&As. I'm thinking about hosting one kind of maybe mid-February time to see how my schedule's looking. But if that would be valuable to you, do let me know, and we can get it popping. But gentlemen, no theories today. Facts only. Let me know if you enjoy the raw talks. It's been a while. It's been a while. I'm going to leave this unedited. I might even upload this now. And we'll speak soon. Hopefully.
And they opened the door, and they realized it wasn't a T Grizzly. You know, let's say they just opened the door and started shooting, but they didn't close it. And people really underestimate how fast people can be with stuff. So I'm not too. It's not that crazy, but still.
Neon Genesis Evangelion has two separate but connected world-ending threats.
Excuse your boy right now. We just got out of the shower, and the hair game is coming. I've been wearing hats in my videos. Like, the attacks will come. The attacks will come in many forms. They'll come in your dreams. Meditate on this. God isolated you because He wants you to build His temple. This year and every year, I set a very strong intention. Come around the period ending December, starting January, to develop a stronger relationship with God. And I wanted to kind of take the time to talk about how you are isolated or feel isolated, and how this feeling is usually attributed to a higher purpose of building God's temple. When you build your temple, you build God's temple. You allow yourself to be used almost like a conduit for divine intention. And how we can mitigate the presence of satanic and devil energy in our lives via drifting. Holy Neil mentioned this word drifting in the world in the book Outwitting the Devil, and how we can start to allocate better assets.
Het ziet er zo goofy uit hier.
Is eigenlijk Danny Phantom. T Grizzly! Getting accused of murdering his aunt.
Kelly.
Bro. Zijn auntie was shot dead in 2019.
Ja.
Nigga heeft pokoe gemaakt over alles. Nu, niggas getting indicted. Echt dat hij gewoon een hired shooter echt heeft gehired to shoot his aunt.
Maar waarom?
Dus, wat de prosecution is saying, zo gezegd, is dat, of ja, wat er is gebeurd is dus, hij was met zijn driver en zijn aunt was zijn manager in de car. Die zijn aan het rijden, die komen zo op een punt waar die zo bij zijn familie zijn bij hun. T Grizzly stapt uit de auto, hij wakkert naar de porch van die Osso. Aunt is nog steeds in de waggie. Hij pult een gunman op, stapt uit, doet de deur open van die auto en schiet die aunt 8 keer. En rijdt weg. En die guy is na 6 jaar gearresteerd. En ja, snap je? Die zijn nu zo van, die guy heet Wu-Tang. En hij is een associate van de 600 block van Chicago.
Ja.
En T Grizzly, zijn best friend, is Booker 600.
Ja.
Hij was al zijn groomsman op de party, toch?
Ja.
Dus, laten we zeggen, je hebt een associate van jou en iemand van zijn gang killt jouw aunt, jouw manager.
Ja.
En dat is confirmed, want de kop heeft hem opgepakt, hij gaat naar court en zo. Maar jij blijft nog steeds hangen met de 600 gang, though.
Oh, je hebt een fucking goede drop. Ja.
Jij blijft nog steeds hangen met die 600 gang, ondanks dat die jouw aunt hebben gekillt. Dus, nu blijkt, er komt evidence uit, die shooter, dat was toch misschien niet zo random als veel mensen dachten. Want die shooter was door zijn telefoon, dat is gepakt, die pingde bij de cell tower voor bij die action. Die shooter was 2 uur lang al voordat die waren aangekomen op het adres aan het wachten op hem en zijn aunt om te komen.
Why you not talking, bro?
Snap je?
Hallo?
Maar ja, man, ik ben nu zoals er is nieuwe evidence. Ik ben er nu aan het kijken.
According to law enforcement sources, a shooter opened fire on Grizzly's Cadillac Escalade while the vehicle. Police don't know if Grizzly.
Right, that was a story that we idea where it came from. It's not that crazy. Grizzly's associate, and he's Buka 600 associate, who was the groomsman in T Grizzly's wedding. After Wu 600 was arrested for the murder of T Grizzly's aunt, that T Grizzly believed was targeted for him, T Grizzly continued to hang out with 600 members. Like, very strange. That's very strange. Buka 600. Wu Thing was initially arrested for the murder because he was pulled over in Chicago while sitting in a
Nigger wordt echt opgepakt. Weet je hoe hij is opgepakt? Door letterlijk nog steeds te rijden in de murder vehicle. Een stolen vehicle. En die nigger had nog steeds de murder weapon on hem.
Dat is niet barkie. Dat is wat ik bedoel, man.
Bro,
Black
hoe-
people zijn kanker.
Hoe de fuck? Bro, ik snap niet hoe je... Kijk, niemand zegt dat, snap je, I'm a killer of zo, maar bro, even serieus, bro. Dat is precies zo van, bro, dat zijn zelfs geen murderers, maar you know at least you know the steps,
Daarom zeg
like,
je al.
burn the car,
Daarom
get
zeg
away
je al,
from the...
Murderers in Europa zijn veel slimmer dan...
Bro.
In Amerika, die houden al die evidence op hun en zo.
Want ik denk echt zo van, bro, je hebt net zo'n drill gedaan, high level, je bent volop in de nieuws. Die weten echt van, wie looking for... Want besef wel, ze hadden niet eens gecatcht op camera, niks. De enige manier dat je hem hebben gepakt is omdat een patrouilleauto de license plate van die auto heeft gerund en was van, oh, this guy is riding in a stolen vehicle. En toen hebben ze gezegd van, he gotta get out the car, he cannot find the gun, gun is not registered.
Ja.
Snap je, al die dingen. Ik denk zo van, bro, je hebt jezelf echt gewoon gevraagd om met je
my
zaken
God.
te gaan. Je vraagt dat gewoon. Hoe?
Wu Thing was initially arrested for the murder because he was pulled over in Chicago while sitting in an alleyway in a stolen vehicle that was in a
Yep.
stolen vehicle that he was sitting in the alleyway was actually used to the murder of T Grizzly's aunt. And the
Come, I have guns, minis, everything.
used in the murder of T Grizzly's aunt. And the cell phone towers confirmed that Wu Thing was actually at the location for 2 hours when T Grizzly and not so
Bless you.
hiding out at that location with the murder vehicle and the murder
Oh, thank you, okay.
obviously more involved in the murder.
I said
But it also
cheese.
opens up more reasons
Okay. Going on the roof to look at those kids.
if this was a stop right out the blue, right? Stop that came up while you was in the vehicle, right? And you just made an emergency stop and grabbed him. Just how the shooter know to be at that location for 2 hours? Yeah, man, a lot of strange stuff.
You bring me.
Stuff. And in his interview, he said that his aunt didn't want to come up. That I don't know.
I'm stuck.
That I don't know.
Bro, like,
Didn't make sense whatsoever. And if
watch out. Watch out, bro, watch out.
Yeah, I know. I was ready in his fucking wall.
Yeah,
saying,
but you,
watch out.
but you shouldn't push his wall like that, bro. Like, you go in front of his wall, just pick his call. Yeah.
yeah, they were there before they would have seen you come out of the
That doesn't.
This is looking bad. This is looking very bad, man. God damn it. And
Third party that way.
the
Yeah.
police chief wasn't buying T Grizzly's story either. My sources told me, and when I say sources, understand this when I tell you this. I'm not talking. Why is Flacco looking at the camera like this, bro? Look at this nigga right now. He's like, yo, man, understand this, nigga. Understand this. When I tell you where my sources come from, bitch, believe. Why look at his face, bro?
I have a big for you.
Why Flacco acting so tough right here?
Come.
Something about, look at it. He got that upper lip. They got that
Throw it
upper
over
lip
there.
sticking up. Hey, yo, when I tell you where my sources come from, dog, bitch, believe. Whatsoever. My sources told me, and when I say sources, understand this when I tell you this.
Yeah, shotgun ammo for me.
I'm talking about hearsay. I'm not talking about associates. I'm talking everything I tell you. They've been in the room when it happened.
Ja, bro, maar waarom zou hij zijn aunt willen killen?
Hey, yo,
Dat ik niet begrijp.
yo, I'm told you.
People went up the mountain. They're fighting over there.
I know you involved somehow. I'm gonna get down to the bottom of this.
Are you coming?
The police chief thought
Yeah, I'm farming maps.
No, I can drop you some. Good.
they just couldn't connect the dots. The people wasn't talking to whoever this Wu Thing guy is. He's been quiet.
Yeah, see them on me.
Oh,
You know you involved somehow. Now you could say the police chief is salty. They got something against you. They got together against you.
23 cracked, white.
Yeah, pushing up.
But when the police chief is telling T Grizzly that's
One HP. This guy's one.
we know something.
Drop me ammo.
The police chief told Jovina Brown
No shot.
Probably, I can't move here.
that they believe that T Grizzly is involved somehow. Now T Grizzly became a suspect almost initially because the police chief discovered so T Grizzly's uncle was married to Jovina Brown. The uncle went to jail 3 months before her death. Within those 3 months, T Grizzly began an intimate relationship with Jovina Brown. Police chief looked at that and thought, wait, that's messy. That could obviously lead to something. But that's before they began to put the puzzle together. T Grizzly and Jovina never fully admitted that they were intimate, but I was told that family members began to figure it out fairly quickly, and it was starting to get around. Because T Grizzly maybe have gone the extreme to cover it up, maybe.
Can you turn that
The
off?
rumors that Jovina Brown was
It's my brother, it's
pregnant
not
at
mine.
the time of her death is false. And I ain't gonna lie, this is
Woman
nasty
cry
work.
about a
though,
fucking
man.
baby.
This is nasty work. You sleeping with your dead uncle wife? But where those rumors came from makes things so much worse. The rumors that Jovina Brown was pregnant
Een beetje zachter
came
alsjeblieft.
from court, and it wasn't the prosecution who put that theory out there. It was the defense. It was Wu-Thing, the defense attorney. You see, Wu-Thing is the murder suspect in this trial. Whatever his defense attorney say came from Wu-Thing. See, street news is finding creative ways to tell nowadays. They tell it through their lawyers, right? They won't get their butt up on that particular scene and punch their head and tell it off, but they gonna tell through their lawyers. The defense attorney, who is responsible for getting Wu-Thing off, he came to court and he said, listen, obviously, he really put the hit out on Jovina Brown. He said that
Maar
transcript.
hij krijgt snit op hem.
Dus nu, wat die zeggen is, die shooter, hij heeft dus eigenlijk, bro, dit is echt crazy. Dus die nigger was blijkbaar in een sexual relationship met zijn aunt.
Oké.
En, maar ik wil weten, ik wil gewoon weten, why would he kill her though? Want ik snap gewoon de hele motive niet.
Ik ook niet, jong.
Now, the problem with that brand, that this, now, the prosecution
En die worm, en ik snap die worm komt. Ah ja, man, ja, nee.
Uncon.
And all that tells you, to be honest, is that the shooters believe the house was pregnant. They probably heard this is why we're doing it. This is why we're doing it. They probably was under the impression, yo, we gotta take her out because she's pregnant. And if that's the case, then maybe if she really is involved with the house was pregnant, the whole time she wasn't, they could use. Wow. How crazy would it be if, I mean, how crazy would it be if the aunt thought she was pregnant, communicated that to T. or lied about being pregnant, trying to manipulate T. And honestly, as nasty as that is, and as scary,
Nu, jong, dan, hij reageert gewoon op video's en shit.
There's minis there if you want.
Oh, dat is 12.
The shooter is saying, yo, the phone is registered to somebody else's name. iPhone is a number that's known to him. Is a number that he's been using for like police officers, family friends. That's his number. But because the phone is registered, it's like something he's trying to get dismissed. It's not going to say not dismissed. It's an evidence thing. The driver who was in the vehicle when the vehicle Brown was shot and killed, he testified that the shooting took place 45 seconds from when he really got out the vehicle. What that shows is he really don't have that shows that there's a high likelihood that the shooters came from this because of how the target position in the picture of the house. If you're walking up to the back driver's side and you're walking up, you can see like you can see the foot from that angle. And you'll be able to see a 6'3", 350 pound defense.
People fighting here.
Yeah.
No.
You'll be able to see. He was not strong. Yeah, but also let's remember that they were
Not
there
taking me.
for hours.
No, it's only 10 HP.
They would have been watching. They would have seen this large man.
They're not fighting, they're probably doing the game. I see them.
It doesn't make sense that he is the target. Now, someone who hopped on the phone with T. Grizzly, someone who talked to T. Grizzly after the incident, and was told by T. Grizzly what
I
happened.
have a twin.
I asked, yo, how did T. Grizzly sound? Like, was he the words that I was told? The words that I was told? Verbatim? Felt like he was trying to think.
At 130.
It felt like he was trying to like warm up something. Like he was trying to sound like he was wrong. Personally,
Dead.
bro, I can't really explain it. It felt like he was trying to.
No, not really. He went down.
Crap, white.
Coming.
Dead.
Nice.
Bruh, zelfs die nigger was... Je weet wat die nigger van die poekel van de King Von?
Welke poekel?
There was 10 niggas started shooting and my niggas started shooting.
Ja.
Now you have that. Nou,
Ja.
hij was dus ook getekend bij diezelfde aunt. Hij was ook haar manager. En hij heeft haar body geïdentified. In de mortuarium.
Is zo.
Ja. This is great.
Coming.
I saw him. You see him. Hey, hey. This guy. This
I have
guy.
SMG, sorry, I have SMG.
22.
I'm going to them. Watch out you don't get beamed.
22.
On my side, one on my side. I just, one is 1 HP.
Yours?
Yeah. Dead. On me. Football. $30. We do 90 on him.
Crack, 100.
1 HP. It's literally one. Bro, is he gonna keep running? Oh, bro, this guy, bro. What the fuck? Nice. What the fuck's wrong with him, man?
You can get his loot, I can go to the other guys.
Yeah. Kevin, oh no, I have them.
Do you want a pig?
Yes, please.
I mean, yeah, that in of itself is incredibly strange.
I'm not carrying any. I'm just gonna can the twin mag SMG.
No, not carry the big. I mean, eat the big.
Yeah, it said I just said I'm not carrying a AR. Just carrying the SMG.
Alright, take this then.
I already have max. Sorry, thanks, bro.
Even if I don't believe you have anything to do with it, I just it's just simple. So I get it.
So if you wanna beam someone, just beam them. I'll just go frag them out.
People are gonna go near mountains.
Yeah. I don't know. Are there people there?
No, I cannot get rid of the mark.
Just one time, right?
Oh, it's a bitch. Can't get rid of the mark. Yeah, I can't get rid of it.
Well, shit, I ain't gonna lie. He's making a very strong argument. When you line up the shit logically, it does not look good. It looks incredibly incriminating. You know, even just one of the many things that make you crazy. Continuing to be best friends with a guy who is pretty much from a gang, a clique, that murdered your aunt and hasn't cut ties with them. That makes it strange. The fact that the story was an impromptu stop.
We can just fake the pub and just.
Nobody yet the people who are supposedly trying to line you up, they are fucking psychic, I guess. They knew that you were going to randomly walk to go and stop at this relative's house 2 hours before, so they got there waiting.
Oh, showing
The
on me.
fact that apparently a lot of the family was already suspicious that you were having a
62 on the yellow one.
Yeah. I'm gliding on them.
and the fact that these people are also psychic, let's not forget, would have been there before you, saw you guys get out of the car and get to
On me?
Third party.
person is wrong and not you.
60 on the yellow. I went all the way down.
Yeah. There's another team coming up on me.
What the fuck? There's 4 teams spraying at you. If you get to my body, there's mats and loot.
Yeah.
Ja, ik denk wel 2 Grizzlies is wel echt guilty, man. Ja, 2 Grizzlies is guilty, denk ik.
Hoezo?
Dus, oké, de story is dat hij was dus met zijn manager, die aunt, in de car.
Ja.
Die wilde random, hij wou random, toch? Stoppen bij een family place. Then the car got shot up, they left, she died. Hij zegt, de hit was voor hem bedoeld, toch? Nu blijkt met nieuwe evidence, hij had een inappropriate relationship met zijn aunt. Ze dacht dat zij pregnant was.
Ja.
T. Grizzly gaat naar die locatie waar hij met zijn familie gaat, met haar in de auto. Hij stapt uit de auto. 45 seconden, zoals de driver heeft getestified. 45 seconden nadat hij uit de auto stapt, ongeveer.
Oh my, this guy has god reaction. Wow.
Begint er geschoten te worden op de auto. Maar
Ja.
de evidence door de cellphone towers showt dat de shooters al 2 uur lang op de straat waren aan het wachten op hem om aan te komen op de locatie.
Ja.
Dus dat betekent dat die stop bij die familiehuis niet zo random was. Want hoe weten de shooters zijn niet telekinetic, they don't know that you're coming there. Dus hoe weten die al dat je daar gaat zijn? Ten tweede, de manier hoe de auto was gepositioneerd van de shooters naar zijn auto, die hadden, omdat die op de blok waren, hadden die gezien wanneer die Grizzly uit de auto was gestapt. En als die Grizzly de target was, dan gingen die naar hem toe lopen te shooten. Waarom zou die de target naar een osso laten stappen en dan zogezegd naar zijn waggie stappen om dan de deur open te maken en dan te shooten op de manager, terwijl de target zogezegd die Grizzly is? Snap je wat ik bedoel?
Ja.
Dus dat is al helemaal messed up. En dan
Oh, I didn't do it fully, all my days.
Ja.
En dan ten
Oh,
derde,
I'm
is,
sorry.
ten derde is het ook al gewoon van... Oké, de guy die jou anders heeft geshot is van de 600 gang van Chicago. En nog niet eens dat jij nog steeds hangt met de 600 gang. Nee, jij maakt een van hun OG's, Buka 600, jij maakt hem letterlijk jouw best man op jouw marriage.
That's crazy.
Dus, pretty much, that nigga cooked. Want nu, die niggas is nu op trial aan het gaan en he thinks he gonna beat him. He gonna beat the trial.
Yeah, you can take a load of
Maar ik zeg jou heel eerlijk, wanneer ze die footballnumbers op die nigger gaan gooien, niggas gaan beginnen zingen. Man.
Take some.
Niggas gaan beginnen zingen. Want hij wil nu sowieso niet smitten omdat hij weet van, snap je? They gonna catch him. Maar wanneer hij in die wanneer ik zeg, ik wil een federal lockup. Yep. That's when the truth starts coming out. Cooked.
Allah.
Cooked.
Wacht, kijk ook.
Maar ik kan niet dingen, man. Should expect it.
What? I thought you win.
I'm fighting him. Full box.
Solo on me, solo on me.
Okay, coming to you. In a second. He's also running. 75.
It's on you. 21 blue. Cracked.
Bro, I've... Dead. I'm on a tree, I'm on a tree. Okay, come to him.
I can't, there's another team straight on me. How are you? Okay, I'm coming.
No, don't come, I'm dead.
Oh,
You can still take my
That's
stuff.
cooked.
That's fucked, bro. Jetpack. I'm gonna die if you don't watch out.
dead, either way.
I go so much into theory on masculine theory because the theory is critical for you to get to the outcome you need. It is critical. That's why I read so much. If you don't have an understanding, how can you
One more game and I'm gonna play reload.
Okay, bro. I actually don't wanna play that way.
Okay.
So, but I like.
stop looking for the practical. I'm not saying the practicality isn't important, but practicality without any understanding will never yield you results. And this takes time. This is what's so
didn't mean to press space.
So two teams coming, one has a better drop than me. Two guys have a better drop than me, so watch out. Maybe go gas station, come gas station. Get much.
Gas station.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm ready here, so.
Bet. Bro, how does he have a pump and an SMG already, bro?
I haven't died, I'm leaving.
Why are you leaving, bro?
Because I'm already dead. So I don't really want to lose percentage.
Yeah, they take everything. Don't accidentally press your spacebar, bro. First drop. Should really work on your drop, bro. Bro, like, of course, bro, of course, man.
What?
Oh.
16, 16, 16. I'm gonna play reload.
What?
I'm gonna play reload.
Okay, bro.
Zo mooi, je zou bijna je muur hangen. Ontwerp nu ook je eigen Revolut bankpas. Het zijn helle niggas. Tell that they can come put their face in her pussy. She's the only guy that she talking to. You're not the only guy that's getting the guts wet. You're not. That you have to treat them like that. That's, you see how she telling every dude? That's how you gotta treat her. Like she's every bit. Why would you text me? What did you get out of that? What did you get? When y'all gonna realize that you're not the only guy that she talking to. I was at my job. I wear these tight pants on my job because I'm in competition with the women, but in reality, I want my work husband to see me. Man, y'all keep believing that it's loyal, man. Keep believing that goofy shit, man. Bitch, I'm a Vietnam warrior.